Do you ever feel overwhelmed by life's challenges or trapped by your own thoughts? In this video, I will share with you 10 powerful Stoic quotes for building a strong mind. These timeless pieces of wisdom from ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca have guided many through tough times. You may often find yourself stressed, anxious, or unable to control your emotions. This can make life difficult and stop you from reaching your true potential. I will help you understand these quotes and show you how they can transform your mindset. If you don't take these steps, you might continue to feel stuck and powerless. So, let's dive in and start building a stronger, more resilient mind together. This brings us to a profound insight from Marcus Aurelius. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let me take you on a journey. You and I have faced obstacles that seem insurmountable, haven't we? It's like standing before a huge mountain and wondering how to climb it. But here's the magic. Sometimes that mountain is exactly what you need to grow stronger. Think about it. When life places obstacles in your path, these aren't just barriers. They are opportunities. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who faced countless challenges, believed that these very obstacles shape us. Imagine him in his palace, dealing with wars, political unrest, and personal loss. Every problem he faced became a stepping stone for personal growth. You might be thinking about your own obstacles right now. Maybe it's a difficult job, a strained relationship, or even self-doubt. These challenges can feel like walls blocking your path. But let's shift our perspective. What if you saw these walls not as barriers, but as opportunities to climb higher? The real challenge lies in our mindset. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and think, I can't do this. This negative thought process can paralyze you, making the obstacles seem even bigger. Marcus Aurelius teaches you to embrace these challenges instead. By doing so, you turn what stands in your way into the way forward. How do you do this? Start by changing your thoughts. When faced with a problem, instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Look at the obstacle as a teacher. Just like a muscle grows stronger with resistance, your mind grows stronger by overcoming these hurdles. Let's take another example from history. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, faced his own share of difficulties. After losing all his wealth in a shipwreck, instead of giving up, he turned to philosophy and founded a school of thought that continues to influence many. His disaster became his path. You have that same power within you. Look at your challenges as opportunities to grow. When you change your mindset, you change your life. Each obstacle becomes a lesson, a chance to advance. If you find this perspective valuable, if it resonates with your experiences, and if you believe it can help others too, please like this video. It helps spread these timeless lessons, and together, you and I can build stronger minds. On building on this, there's another gem from Lucius Annaeus Seneca. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Think about a time when you were worried about something. Maybe it was an upcoming presentation, a challenging exam, or even a difficult conversation with a loved one. You might have spent days or even weeks stressing about it, picturing all kinds of worst-case scenarios in your mind. Seneca understood this deeply. He believed that much of your suffering is self-inflicted, happening in your imagination rather than in real life. Seneca's own life was filled with political turmoil and personal strife, yet he managed to find peace by mastering his mind and focusing on the present. You often let fear of the future or regret of the past consume your thoughts. These imagined scenarios create stress, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. For example, Zeno of Citium once faced the devastating loss of his wealth. Instead of letting his imagination run wild with fear and pessimism, he accepted what happened and focused on what he could control. His response: "So why do you let your mind wander into these dark corners? It's because your brain is wired to protect you by anticipating potential dangers. However, this protective mechanism can go overboard, causing more harm than good. The challenge lies in distinguishing between real threats and those conjured by your imagination. How can you overcome this? Start by grounding yourself in the present moment. When you catch yourself spiraling into what-if scenarios, take a deep breath and bring your focus back to the here and now. Remind yourself that you have the power to choose your thoughts." Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, practiced this by journaling every morning, reflecting on his thoughts, and separating irrational fears from reality. Moreover, consider adopting a practice of mindfulness or meditation. These techniques help train your mind to stay present and reduce the influence of negative imagined scenarios. They can provide you with the clarity and calm needed to face real challenges more effectively. In essence, train your mind to become your ally, not your enemy. By focusing on what is real and within your control, you can reduce unnecessary suffering and build a stronger, more resilient mind. If this insight resonates with you and you feel it can help you or others, please share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback is invaluable, and let's continue this journey together towards building a stronger, calmer mind. On building on this, Epictetus offers another transformative insight. Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them. Imagine you're walking down the street and someone bumps into you without apologizing. Anger flares up instantly. Why? It's not the bump itself that disturbs you, but your interpretation of it. Perhaps you see it as disrespect or rudeness. Epictetus, who was born a slave and faced numerous hardships, deeply understood this. Despite his circumstances, he found a way to maintain inner peace by mastering his thoughts. He realized that external events are neutral. It's your perception of them that shapes your emotional response. This approach helps you build an unshakable mind, resilient in the face of challenges. Everyday events, like a traffic jam or a disagreement at work, can trigger stress and frustration, but it's not the traffic or the argument that causes your distress. It's your interpretation of these events. Your mind assigns meaning, often negative, to neutral situations. This automatic response creates a cycle of unnecessary suffering. The challenge lies in breaking this cycle. Your brain is conditioned to react based on past experiences and ingrained beliefs. This automatic thinking can be difficult to change, especially when faced with emotionally charged situations. You might feel trapped in a loop of negative interpretations, unable to see things differently. But there's hope. The first step is awareness. Begin by paying attention to your thoughts and the meanings you assign to events. When you encounter a situation that triggers a negative emotion, pause and ask yourself, is this really about the event, or is it my interpretation? This simple question can create a shift in perspective. Next, practice reframing. Instead of seeing the bump on the street as an act of disrespect, consider alternative explanations. Maybe the person was in a hurry or simply didn't notice. This reframing helps you see events more objectively, reducing emotional turmoil. Epictetus also recommended focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and actions. By letting go of the need to control external events, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. Gaius Musonius Rufus, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized this by teaching that true freedom comes from mastering your mind. Continuing to watch the remaining video is crucial. Missing out on these insights could leave you vulnerable to the pitfalls of unchecked emotions and reactions. The next segments will provide more practical tools and wisdom to help you navigate life's challenges with a stronger, calmer mind. On building on this, Marcus Aurelius gives us a profound insight. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Picture yourself in a situation where things are spiraling out of control. Maybe it's a storm that ruined your outdoor plans, or a sudden change at work that disrupts your routine. The chaos outside can feel overwhelming, but Marcus Aurelius reminds you that your mind is your fortress. Marcus Aurelius, as a Roman emperor, faced immense pressures and uncertainties. His reign was marked by wars, plagues, and political turmoil. Yet he maintained his composure by understanding that he couldn't control these external events. What he could control was his response to them. This realization gave him an inner strength that no external chaos could shake. This principle is crucial for building a resilient mind. In your daily life, you encounter countless situations beyond your control. Weather changes, unexpected meetings, or even a flat tire can throw you off balance. The challenge lies in accepting that these events are out of your control and focusing instead on how you respond. Many people struggle with this. The instinct to control everything around you is strong. You may find yourself getting anxious or angry when things don't go as planned. This need for control can create a lot of stress and frustration, making it hard to stay calm and composed. To overcome this, start by shifting your focus inward. Acknowledge that you can't control the weather, other people's actions, or unforeseen events. What you can control is your attitude and response. Embrace this inner power. When faced with an external challenge, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself that your strength lies in your response. Practices like meditation and journaling can help. Marcus Aurelius himself used journaling as a way to reflect on his thoughts and reactions. Write down your thoughts and identify areas where your desire to control is causing distress. Over time, this practice will help you develop a calmer, more resilient mind. On building on these insights, remember that mastering your mind takes time, but is immensely rewarding. By focusing on what you can control, you build a fortress of inner strength. Don't miss the upcoming lessons, as they will provide more tools for you to navigate life's challenges. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and share this video with someone who needs it. Your mind is your greatest asset. Strengthen it and see how your world transforms. On building on this, Seneca delivers a timeless message. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. Think about it. How often does the fear of the unknown, the fear of death, hold you back? This fear can paralyze, making you hesitant to take risks or pursue dreams. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who lived during turbulent times, understood that fearing death wastes the precious moments you have. Seneca himself faced exile and political danger, but chose to live courageously. He believed that living in constant fear of death prevents you from truly experiencing life. Imagine a person who always plays it safe, never stepping out of their comfort zone for fear of failure or danger. Such a person may never know the joy of accomplishment or the thrill of adventure. Embracing this principle can radically change your life. Every day is a gift, and understanding this helps you make the most of it. Fear of death, however, can be overwhelming. It may lead you to avoid trying new things, hinder your personal growth, and keep you from achieving greatness. This fear often stems from uncertainty and the unknown, which can be daunting. To overcome this fear, start by accepting that death is a part of life. Instead of dreading it, acknowledge it as a motivator to live fully. Reflect on the transient nature of life and how it can inspire you to seize the day. Look at how other Stoics approached this. Zeno of Citium, who founded Stoicism after losing everything in a shipwreck, chose to rebuild his life rather than succumb to despair. He saw his loss as an opportunity for a new beginning. Marcus Aurelius also embraced this mindset. He wrote about the impermanence of life and used it as a reminder to act with purpose. Journaling can be a powerful tool here. Write down your fears and challenge them. Ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid of death? What dreams would I pursue? What risks would I take? By shifting your focus to living in the moment and making the most of your time, you can break free from the paralyzing fear of death. On building a strong mind, remember that courage comes from facing your fears head-on. Allow this lesson to inspire you to live boldly and fully. If you felt a connection with this message, make sure to like this video and share it with someone who might need this encouragement. Embrace life and let courage guide your actions. On building on this, Epictetus brings forth a profound insight. No man is free who is not master of himself. Think about what it means to truly be free. Is it the absence of external constraints? Or is it about mastering your own mind and actions? Epictetus, who once was a slave, knew the real essence of freedom. Despite his physical chains, he found a way to liberate his mind and spirit. Being the master of yourself means having control over your emotions, reactions, and desires. It's about not letting external circumstances dictate your internal state. There was a time when Epictetus faced immense hardship, yet he never let his external conditions define his inner world. He believed that true freedom comes from within. But how often do you lose control? Perhaps a harsh comment from someone ruins your day. Or maybe you get frustrated when things don't go your way. These are signs that you are not fully in control of yourself. You hand over your power to external events and people, allowing them to control your happiness and peace. To achieve this mastery, start by recognizing that you have the power to choose your response in any situation. Take a deep breath before reacting impulsively. Reflect on whether your reaction will serve you in the long run. Epictetus taught that the first step towards self-mastery is self-awareness. Notice your triggers and work on them. Is it anger, envy, fear? Understand what pulls your strings and take steps to manage these emotions. Journaling is a practical tool here. Write down your thoughts and feelings and examine them critically. Ask yourself if they align with your values and if they help you grow. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, found solace and guidance in his journals. He used them to reflect on his actions and thoughts, helping him stay grounded. Meditation is another powerful practice. It helps you observe your thoughts without getting entangled in them. By meditating, you create a space between stimulus and response, giving you the freedom to choose your actions wisely. Gaius Musonius Rufus also emphasized the importance of mindful living, advocating for daily reflection and meditation. Self-mastery is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort and practice. But once you start mastering yourself, you'll find a sense of freedom and peace that external circumstances can't touch. You'll become resilient, strong, and truly free. If this insight resonated with you, please drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video if you found it helpful. Your feedback is invaluable. On building on self-mastery, Epictetus provides another crucial insight. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. This simple yet profound principle can transform your life by distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. You free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Think about the weather. You can't control it, but you can control how you dress for it. If it's raining, you can choose to carry an umbrella. Similarly, you can't control other people's actions, but you can control your reactions. Epictetus, who faced many hardships, including slavery, found peace by focusing on what he could control, his thoughts and actions. Understanding this principle helps you avoid pointless worry. Many spend hours stressing over things they can't change, like traffic or someone else's opinions. This robs you of your peace and happiness. The ancient Stoics, including Zeno of Citium, practiced this principle to maintain their composure in the face of adversity. Zeno lost everything in a shipwreck but chose to rebuild his life, focusing on his inner strength rather than external misfortunes. Challenges arise when you confuse what you can control with what you cannot. You might feel overwhelmed, thinking you must manage everything. This leads to frustration and helplessness. Recognizing this is the first step to overcoming it. To apply this principle, start by making a list. Divide it into 2 columns: things I can control and things I cannot control. Place your thoughts, actions, and reactions in the first column. Put external events, other people's actions, and the past in the second. Review this list daily to remind yourself where to focus your energy. Meditation can also help. Practice mindfulness to become aware of your thoughts and feelings. When you notice yourself worrying about something beyond your control, gently redirect your focus to what you can influence. This practice, emphasized by Stoics like Cleanthes, can bring immense clarity and peace. Journaling is another powerful tool. Reflect on your day and identify moments where you wasted energy on things you couldn't control. Write about how you could have shifted your focus to what you could influence. Marcus Aurelius used this method to stay grounded, regularly reminding himself of Stoic principles. Mastering this principle brings true freedom and happiness. It liberates you from the chains of unnecessary worry, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Reflect on this as you continue to watch the remaining video. Missing these points might leave you without the tools to achieve a resilient mind. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Your feedback helps guide future content. This brings us to another profound piece of wisdom from Epictetus. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This principle encourages you to embrace the discomfort of growth. Imagine starting something new, like a hobby or a course. Initially, you might feel clumsy or inadequate, but these feelings are essential steps on the path to improvement. Accepting that you might look foolish at first paves the way for genuine growth. Take Epictetus, who started as a slave and eventually became a revered philosopher. He faced ridicule and doubt, but he persisted, valuing progress over others' opinions. The fear of appearing foolish often holds people back from trying new things. This fear can be a significant barrier to personal growth. Many people struggle with this because society often values looking competent over learning. You might avoid asking questions in a meeting, fearing you'll seem uninformed. Or you might hesitate to try a new skill, worried about others' judgment. This mindset traps you in a cycle of stagnation, preventing you from reaching your true potential. To overcome this, you must shift your focus. Prioritize your growth over the fear of judgment. Remember that every expert was once a beginner. Marcus Aurelius, during his early days as a ruler, faced immense pressure and doubt. Yet, he embraced the learning process, even if it meant making mistakes publicly. His humility allowed him to grow into a wise and respected leader. Start by viewing mistakes as opportunities for learning rather than failures. When you feel embarrassed or foolish, remind yourself that these experiences are temporary. They are stepping stones to mastery. Chrysippus, another Stoic philosopher, believed in the power of persistence. He constantly sought knowledge, even if it meant challenging established norms and facing criticism. Seek feedback actively. Constructive criticism can be a powerful tool for improvement. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, even if it means being uncomfortable at times. Seneca often sought advice from his peers, valuing their input as a way to refine his thoughts and actions. In practicing this principle, you develop resilience and humility. You learn to value the process of growth over immediate validation. This mindset not only strengthens your mind, but also opens doors to new opportunities and experiences. So, subscribe to this channel and share this video with those who need it. Missing out on these insights could keep you trapped in fear, unable to grow and unlock your true potential. Your journey to a stronger mind starts with embracing the discomfort of growth. On building on that, let's delve into another powerful principle from Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. This insight teaches that true strength lies in maintaining your integrity and rising above the actions of those who wrong you. When someone hurts you, your immediate reaction might be to retaliate. You might feel the need to lash out or seek revenge. But Marcus Aurelius urges you to take a different path. By choosing not to mirror the behavior of those who harm you, you protect your character and integrity. Picture a situation where a colleague spreads rumors about you. Your instinct might be to spread rumors in return, thinking it will balance the scales. However, this only drags you down to their level. Marcus Aurelius, as an emperor, faced countless betrayals and schemes. Instead of retaliating, he focused on his duties and personal growth, proving his true strength. The challenge here is immense. Emotions like anger and resentment are powerful and can cloud your judgment. You might feel that by not retaliating, you're letting the other person win. This belief can be a significant barrier. Your ego might push you to seek immediate justice, even at the cost of your peace and integrity. To overcome this, start by recognizing your emotions without acting on them. Take a moment to breathe and reflect on your values. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, often faced criticism yet remained steadfast in his principles. He understood that reacting with anger only harms oneself. Instead of seeking revenge, focus on your growth and actions. If someone is dishonest, be honest. If someone is cruel, be kind. This approach not only preserves your integrity, but also sets a powerful example for others. Seneca often advised his students to respond to adversity with virtue, showing that true strength comes from within. Practicing forgiveness can also be liberating. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the wrong, but freeing yourself from the hold of negative emotions. Epictetus often spoke about the power of letting go and focusing on what you can control, your reactions and actions. By choosing to be unlike those who harm you, you develop a resilient and strong mind.